Hello and welcome to Standing Up School. And you fail.
Hello, I'm Pedro Castro and I'm reporting for Good Morning South Africa. The news for today are South African billionaire and mining tycoon Patrice Motsepe has joined Bill Gates and Warren Buffett, giving pledges by announcing that he will give away half the income generated from assets owned by his family to the Motsepe Family Foundation. Motsepe, who is South Africa's richest black man with a net worth of 2.65 billion by Forbes' latest estimates, made the formal announcement on Wednesday at the Johannesburg Southern Sun Hotel during the gathering attended by King Goodwill Zwelithini of the Zulu Nation, South Africa's Basic Education Minister Angie Motshekga, Rabbi Warren Goldstein, and religious leaders. Now to you, JR.
Quick, don't think about cats!
Hello, I'm Juan Rodriguez, and today I have shocking news for you. South African police officers opened fire on 34 miners with machetes and sticks as weapons at Lone Mine. We have a video of this event that we'll show later on. Wait, hold on. We just received a shocking update that at the scene of the crime these miners actually had no weapons on them, that they were actually tampered with. After dark, they put weapons on them to make it look like that police had no other choice but to open fire on them. This really disturbing. We hope that here at GMSA, we hope that justice will prevail, and we extend our deepest condolences to the families involved in this horrible incident. So I can mess with this stuff. I doubt the studio can afford an actual gun. Well, apparently they can. I guess we'll just cut to the next video I had mentioned earlier. Cut.
Police had earlier called this D-Day, but no one could have predicted it would end in this much bloodshed. Bodies littered the veldt. This incident will sadly remind many of a painful past. And will lead to serious questions over the police action and whether this could and should have been avoided.
I have no idea how to breathe.
This one Banda, and I'm here with some news. I think that's enough. Today's topic is SimCop sees 4 tons of marijuana. Police in Zimbabwe say that they have seized about 4 tons of marijuana aboard a truck driven from the neighboring country of Malawi, the biggest haul on record. Police officials said on Wednesday the truck was intercepted when it was being suspiciously escorted by a minibus and a taxi to a parking lot in Western Harare. The driver Malawi registered truck, destined for also South Africa, was arrested, but his suspected accomplices ran off, evading the capture of Tuesday. Marijuana plant grow in South Africa. The Malawi gold, suited to the country's climate and grown in illegal plantation there, is sought after by users across the region.
Assume that this white guy in the middle is because this studio cannot afford ink, and not that this guy's actually white. It's like, this is kind of messed up. Fact being, it's South Africa. Well, whatever. This group was invited to perform at the U.S. President Barack Obama's inauguration ceremony last month, and in the same month, curtain raised for U.S. rapper Drake's concert in Johannesburg. Due to a tight schedule, Mikasa will arrive in Nairobi on the morning of the performance, which will be on the carnivore grounds this time round. As organizers battle issues like traffic and accessibility, it will be the same as the Mambi village. You can come with your own food and drinks, which can also be purchased from the carnivore.
So, I'm back with sports. Mali beats South Africa on penalties to advance to semis. Mali are through to the semifinals of the Africa Cup Nations after beating South Africa on penalties at the Moses Mahibahed Stadium, Durban, on Saturday. Tokelo Rentier gave the host the lead after half an hour before Mali captain Sidou Keita headed home on an equalizer in 58 minutes. Extra time passed without any goals, forcing the match into a penalty shootout where Mali held the nerve while the host lost their missing 3 out of the 4 spot kicks. Mali will take on the winner of Sunday's quarterfinal between Ivory and Nigeria. 2 second-half goals from Mubarak Wakaso earned Ghana a 2-0 victory over Cape Verde in the other quarterfinal match in Port Elizabeth on Saturday. Substitute Wakaso scored from the penalty spot in the 54th minute before making sure of the victory with a second goal in the dying moments of the game as the tournament went in search of the equalizer. The win takes Ghana to the 4th semifinal in a row, where they will play either Burkina Faso or Togo.
Pero Castro, I'm back with the news with the weather. Raging floodwaters killed dozens in Mozambique. Torrential rain sent rivers raging through towns in Mozambique, ripping up homes and killing at least 36 people over the past few days. Tens of thousands fleeing affected areas remain stranded without food and water as fears of a humanitarian crisis grow. Intense rains and flooding of the Limpopo River had affected over 100,000 people in the Gaza province alone, the United Nations said in this statement. At least 26 people died in the province according to the world body. Preliminary information indicates at least $50 million will be needed to relieve the operation. In 2000, the Southern African nation suffered devastating floods that killed at least 700 people and displaced millions. Now I have here a map of Africa. It's here, right? Not the side. Here. And here's the places got affected with floods, which is Mozambique, which is the Limpopo River, and the Gaza province. We have it here. I'm sorry for this incident. It was not me, it was Mother Nature. So, yes. See you next day.
Hey, did you know that carrots are good for your eyesight?
You lied to me.